Welcome to the Predictive Playbook, my friends. I am John Ryan, your host. I obviously have Adam Trigger in the house. We're going to break down one game, but we're going to have the side and total for you. We're not going to mess around wasting your time. So Adam Trigger is going to cover the side. I'm going to do the total. And in this game, the Chanticleers, I love saying that word, were ranked in both the top 25 national preseason polls to start the season for the first time in the program history. And with their 16th ranking, Adam, they have 14 consecutive weeks being in the top 25. And what was a coincidence last week, they played Kansas, which was Buffalo's coach last year. And now that coach is at Kansas. Kind of an interesting twist there. The Chants opened as a 10-point favorite, and with 81% of the tickets and 88% of the money being bet on the Chants, the line now is at 13.5 and steaming. The total opened at 58 and has remained static. So, Adam, tell us where to put our money in this game.
Well, John, I think the steam is right here. Kind of the same way it was against Buffalo last week. Similar dynamic. Last week, Nebraska opened something like an 11-point favorite, steamed up to 14, and they absolutely steamrolled Buffalo. And I can't see a different outcome here. Coastal Carolina will be a team that I will look to fade at some point because they're going to start to get overvalued if they keep covering these bigger numbers. But I don't see any way they don't win this game by 2 touchdowns. I really think Buffalo is not even close to what they were last year. I usually don't put a ton of stock in a running back, but in the case of Buffalo last year, Jarrett Patterson did make that team better almost single-handedly. Now he's gone, the head coach is gone, and the head coach, Lance Leopold, took like 7 players with him to Kansas. So you've got a new head coach in Buffalo who was kind of a weird scenario. He was supposed to be the co-defensive coordinator at Michigan, kind of got named head coach last second. He's never been anything other than a position coach. And if you remember last year, none of these MAC schools really played anyone outside of the MAC until their bowl game. And this Buffalo team really didn't play anyone until they got crushed by Ball State in the MAC title game. And then it was kind of an ugly win over Marshall in the bowl game. So they step up in class last week against Nebraska, get hammered. Coastal Carolina is a better team than Nebraska right now, I would say. And, Grayson McCall, he's 33 for 40 on the season with completions. He's completing like 83% of his passes. I don't think we've seen Coastal Carolina the best out of their defense yet because I don't think they've been super engaged in their first 2 games. And then once they sort of, rolled it up on Kansas, they haven't really had to sort of lock in. They're going to be on the road here. It's a hostile environment. I think we see Coastal Carolina's defense come to play, and they're just going to overwhelm Buffalo. It's at least a 2-score win.
I love the play, and my angle is going to support it. We right now in the marketplace have 71% and 78% of the tickets betting the over, but the line has not moved. And that tells us, as we know, Adam, that the better money, the smarter money is definitely favoring the under. And I think the defense will show up, and this angle confirms it. We have Coastal Carolina, 13.5 points, and the total there for you. You're going to bet under with any team in weeks 1 through 4, averaged better than 5.5 rushing yards per attempt last season, and has their starting quarterback returning from last season. 96, 42, and 3 for 70% of winning bets, folks. Last 5 seasons, 42, 19, 69% the last 3. 11 and 3 already in the first 2 weeks of this season for 79%. So this is an official 3% best bet. It is the beginning of the tier for my bets. I go 3, 4, and 5%, just like Adam does over at Wager Talk. So there you have it, folks. We have a side and a total. Do not parlay them. They're separate bets. Parlays just aren't one of our cups of tea, so to speak. And that's about all we have. And make sure you read that profile page down there at the bottom. Trigger 50 gets 50% off any subscription from Adam Trigger, and that means any subscription. And make sure you get a long one. So on behalf of Adam Trigger and myself, sportsmemo.com, wagertalk.com, and the Predictive Playbook shows, may all the wins be yours.